So in this new video we're teaming up with Dennerle again and we're gonna work on this project next to me, the Nano Cube Complete, which means you're gonna get loads of cool goodies when you're gonna get this tank, like for example a corner filter and a light, but more of that later. It's a cube-sized tank, which I think is quite challenging, but maybe it's the lack of my aquascape skills, but we're gonna see how that works out. So I hope you're ready for a new video. So let's talk dimensions. This is a 30-liter cube, which is 8 US gallons. The size is 30 by 30 by 35, and like I already told you guys, and you can see it as well, this is the complete set. So you're gonna get a Chihiro's light, a corner filter 40, some gravel, some soil, play to cover if you have jumping fish, and a backsplash of choice. And now one of the favorite parts of the video, seeing me struggling with the back foil. Well, you can choose between two of these foils. You have the black version, which is a little bit glossy, and you have a frosty version. Usually I prefer the frost, but for some dark escapes it's always cool to do something different, so we went for the black one in this case. So the hardscaping bit, as you can see, I already put something together, and the reason for that is because it was quite hard to film and try to figure out what I wanted to do with the hardscape. I think I had almost every single piece of hardscape or choice that I have in my shed on this board and tried to figure out what I wanted. I wanted to do an epiphyte only. I don't know if I still can make something like that, but I choose to use the, what is it? Darkish brown spider wood. They also call it snake wood. I found a few pieces that I had still laying around for other projects, but I thought this might do well. I just wasn't happy with every single piece of hardscape that I had. So I found some older bronze Frodo stone. Some people call it elderly rock, but back in the day it was called Frodo stone. Really nice texture, as you can see. We have some more pieces. I cut the roots down here at the back, and I still have some places more to glue because those rocks are not really sturdy together. Already tried to fit it in the tank and it works. So we're gonna do a composition that works more on a triangle, and we're gonna fill in the blanks with some with some roots that I cut off because it didn't work out. So like, I think something like this maybe, fill out the blanks a little bit, just freestyling it. Maybe some pieces here as well. And I think we can do some ferns here. And I'm still indecisive as well what I'm gonna do with the soil. Are we gonna use soil and plant it completely, which I think would look cool, or do a sand only? Because my first thing was I ordered sand and do sand only, but now when I see it, I think it needs the green here and also make a slope a little bit to create a little bit more depth. But I don't know, it doesn't need to be the perfect composition aquascape, but I think I just need to start gluing these sticks together, put it in and see what I can do, and then throw in soil from here and have some more detailed work done as well. So I'm a little bit indecisive, as I said earlier, about what I'm gonna use as gravel. So we got this pretty looking black gravel from Dennerle itself, or we could use soil, or we could use the sand that I have. I will grab it. It's the Dennerle Natural Gravel Mekong. And I think what I'm gonna do is use the bottom plate to put the hardscape on. What I actually already did when I was gluing it, but then I have the top one which is still clean, so I'm gonna put the hardscape on that. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit of gravel on that carton to see how it will blend in, because I'm leaning towards this one and then just substrate beneath it. But I think that will help me choose. I will leave the composition like this. See what will happen if we put a little bit of gravel here. How will it look? Just a little bit more. Not all of it, obviously. It's nice little gravel. It's really fine. And honestly, it's not that bad if you can, you know, later on we can detail it with rocks here and some here and then some small elderly pebbles or gravel. Yeah, this looks really dope. But what I'm gonna do is, because I also didn't sort if I'm gonna plant it here on the bottom, see if I can throw this back in the back and see if I can switch it up with sand. And then number 2, well, it's a whitish sand. It's hard, man. It's well, maybe we can do it only like a piece here and just mark it off with like rocks and do soil and sand. But I'm leaning more towards the darkish gravel. I think that looks better. And then plant it all the way with cool Lilaropsis or Glossostigma or something like that. I think we're going for that. So take 2. And you guys probably think, what's take 2? Well, I recorded this already, but I didn't have my mic on. So silly me, wasn't quite useful. So we got the hardscape in, everything went well. I didn't have any struggles with the glass, but I had it standing here for some time, so some dust came over, so I put the cover on. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the cover. Maybe I will for the fish, but we will see in the end. So I got my plants. Not everything that I wanted is or was in stock, so I had to make some changes. Actually, I had to make a lot of changes, but that's all right. So I still hope that what I had in mind will still come or will be achieved in the end. We have some Java moss. Usually I don't use Java moss, but something different. We have 2 species of Bucephalandra, the Brownie Ghost Ulu Capus and the Mini Red. Never used both of them before. I think I used the Mini Red, but it was called differently, but they look the same. But you know, mini size will do well on this tiny tank. Then we have Lilaropsis. I think I called it wrong many times before in this video, so please don't shoot me. We have one species of Rotala Macrandra. Then we have Ludwigia Arcuate. I've used it before in the 5N. Really beautiful plant, can grow very long, it will turn a little bit reddish. Wasn't planted at first, but later on we changed it. And Cryptocoryne Wendtii green, or yeah, Wendtii green. So I think we have enough. I wanted some Marsilea, but like I said, it wasn't on stock, so we're not gonna use it in between, maybe later on. And one thing I didn't tell you guys earlier, but I found out myself, even if it's a Chihiro's light, this one doesn't contain the Bluetooth module. So you have to buy it separately. I think it's between 20 and 30 euros. It's called Commander 1. You can see it on the box. I didn't know, but I bought one, but it's gonna take some time. So we have to fix the timing problem just with night switch. But like I said, we got the plants, so it's time to start planting. So we are around 3-4 weeks in, when I'm also gonna show you some videos in between. And I think I wanted to interrupt the ending because not everything went to plan with this tank, and especially the back section. And what I mean with the back section, you see that I planted it quite densely with different Rotala, some different Hygrophila plants, and most of them melted. And it's well known when you use a crypt, it will melt, so the old will just die out, but just leave the roots in and the new ones will pop up. Well, with this one was expected, but with the back section I didn't expect it. You know, you always have some startup algae, which is fine. If you just add the autos or some shrimps, it will just settle over time. So just give it a week or 4 before just getting too drastic with water changes or filter replacements or checking your CO2. If you did everything according to plan, don't worry, it will stabilize on itself. So I got a beautiful show betta from Jan, or Jan, how we call it, in Dutch or even in German. Jan is from Germany. He breeds bettas, but he also sells bettas all around the world, or mainly in Europe. You can also check his website, betta24.de, and he sent me show betta. You will see him in this video, but because we also have some high-grade crystal reds in this tank and he was a little bit nippy and too curious about these shrimps, I moved him to his own little kingdom, which is completely fine, even a bigger tank with also a heater and everything on it, but he had a free spot. So in the end, I sadly had to move him, but the first thought was to move him in here. But in the end, it happens. It's always a 50-50 chance with a betta. I had an alien hybrid, which made the choice to be friendly and not interested at all at all the other critters, so which is fine. But this one, and that's why I already had another space, was just too curious, and especially with the shrimps that are almost €5 a piece, it's a bit tricky to let them be free food. So we moved them out, we replaced it with the cute little micro rasboras, some autos, and obviously the shrimps that you will see in the video. So the last thing about the plants, what we did, or what I did, is I removed the spray bar from the pump, which gave a lot of shadow in the back section. I also noticed that the pump is quite blocking the light as well at the back. But obviously I cannot take the pump out. So what I did is I changed the light. I have a stronger light now, the Chihiro C2. For a normal planted tank without this crazy hardscape, the light is fine. But now I wanted to move it a little bit to the back section, which the other light wasn't capable to move. I fixed the C2. Perfectly fine. I mean, if you have it on stock, like I said, the other light is fine, but I use this one. So there's still some algae. The plants in the back aren't replaced yet. So the first ones have to grow. I'm gonna trim them down and later plug them in. So the final result isn't mind-blowing straight away. So I think I can give it a few weeks, and then it will probably, you can already see it here on the left side, the Rotalas are grown. On the right side, it's a little bit of a dark plane, but now I'm getting a lot more light, so you know, it will grow. So I think this is the end of the video. I hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe, and everything, you know. So see you at the next video.